Good evening. Welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. We are back with All About That Base, and I am going to be using this base page. I absolutely loved this base page when I made it. I made this little Highland cow, excuse me, quite a while ago in one of our swaps, for one of our swaps. And I just loved her and I wanted to use her on something. And when I started digging through scraps and pulled out these pinks, I thought, I am going to use my little Highland cow. I had no idea for sure what I was going to do. I thought I might have to dig out some cruise pictures with my friend and I when we went on that cruise. But I found something that is going to be perfect. Mother's Day. Mother's Day this past year. This is me and my daughter. And then this is our whole crew. There are 11 of us when we're all together, but my daughter's husband is a Fort Worth firefighter, so he wasn't able to be there that day. He was on duty. But my son, my daughter-in-law, their 2 sons, my daughter, me, and then her 4 sons, and then Mark was on duty that day, so he didn't get to come. But normally there are 11, so there were just 10 of us that day. We went to a restaurant here in town called Joe T. Garcia's in Fort Worth, and it's amazing. My husband used to love to go there. But no matter when you go, the line is long, and we stood in line like for an hour and a half. My daughter was the one that wanted to go there, and we just kept teasing her, and kept teasing her. We didn't really care. As long as we're together, we don't really care. We can be standing in line, it doesn't matter. As long as we're together. I think I'm going to do kind of this diagonal, and then I'm going to build this and build this a little bit. You better not blink because it'll be over. This one is going to be so fast. I kind of looked at, I had some other really cute, like I had this little girl, had these little dresses, I had this cute tag, and I loved all of them, but I had my little Highland cow on there, and I wanted to leave her on there, and I think I'm going to love this. So don't blink, because it isn't going to take long. While I'm gluing these pictures down, I'm going to go ahead and do the twist, because like I said, this is going to be short and sweet. The twist tonight comes from 1 Corinthians 13:4. I thought, since it was about Mother's Day, and I love, 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 love my kiddos and my grandkids, that I would do a verse about love. So this is the one that says, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. I love that verse. Just imagine what our relationships would be like, how much richer, how much deeper our relationships if we really adhered to that definition of love all the time. I can't even imagine, because we don't, even though we love and we are good and we're kind, we don't quite adhere to that level of love. But because it doesn't mean weak, it doesn't mean low, like insignificant when we act in those ways. It's really the opposite. It means that we're actually stronger, because it takes much more strength to love this way, a deeper, more mature love, to be that unselfish. This describes a godlike love, a love that rises above petty, worldly love. Oh, I guess I should put that on right side up. It rises above that kind of love. To love our mate, or to love our children or our parents, our dearest friends, with that level of love changes relationships. It breeds kindness, and it breeds unselfishness, and it breeds patience in others, and it pleases God. Above all, it pleases God. I have done my little tiny bit. I had to kind of pry this up. I did my little tiny bit of journaling, just May 2025, Mother's Day at Joe T. Garcia's, hour and a half wait, but it was good, and we were all together. So that I'm going to just put right in there. And then I'm going to build this just a little bit. I had this little bitty tiny white frame. So I triple matted this picture. I matted it in the dark pink and then the white and then the pink and white diagonal stripe, which I kind of liked against this. So I put that pink and white diagonal stripe here also. And then I think I'm going to use, I put a little piece of white around that just so that I could stick that right in there and just kind of make a little, I love layers like that. I used to watch, I think her name was Kelsey Cherry, and she was just the best at just layering pieces of paper. But I like to layer pieces of paper, so I save little tiny pieces like that. But I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do something like maybe with some of these like glittery things and do that. So let's go ahead and get that down. Let's see what I want to do. Let's just kind of do that right across the bottom so we can still tuck. And then get our little frame on there. If I could do that frame diagonally. No, I like it like that. Get our little frame. Do I want that up a little more? If I do, I need to put a little piece of white there on that end. I think I kind of, I don't know. I think I'm going to do that like that. And then I'm going to stick this one in behind that. Let's try that. The only thing is I don't like that gap down there. So I want this frame to go down. I don't like that gap. I could lower this, but I sort of like it on that line. We could just put a tiny little, let's just do a little tiny strip of white because I don't want it to not have that strip like the rest of it does. I know I'm working off camera. I'm just putting some glue on a little strip of white. Okay, now let's put this little bitty strip of white right there, and then we'll trim it. And then it'll look better. I know that's being picky, but I think I'll like it better. Okay, now let's get some glue on that one and stick it in behind there. Yep, like that better. Okay, now, oops, oh, that is not straight. Oh my goodness, that is so not straight. Well, maybe it's not as unstraight as I think it is, but something doesn't look straight. Something does not look straight. Let's try that, see if that works better. Yes, that is definitely better. A little bit better. It still doesn't look straight, but get this where I can get a line on it. Okay, now let's get some glue in under all that. All right, let's hold that down and see what we got. I kind of got that all turned around. All right, let's hold that down, let it get glued down. I don't need that anymore. I'll need that. All right, so now I've got this little flower that I just love. This was from a swap, and it was from, Terry Sendejas made this. I need to write that down so I can put that on the back. Let's see. Terri. I like to give people credit, and I like to write it on the back of my layout, and then I always know who made it. I'm going to curl these just a little bit. I think this was from that swap that I used some other flowers I got from that swap on a different layout. The one that we had to use the type, like printed pages. There, I want to put that up there, but I have one more of these. One more of these flowers. That one's kind of bent. And I was thinking that I would put that in behind that flower like that and just kind of beef this up a little bit up here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put some in the middle of that. I'm going to put the one that seems kind of bent that direction. Then get this on top of it. Let's see what I want. Kind of like that. Okay. All right, so I like that. And then I have these. I put one in the middle of that. I think I'm going to put one in the middle of each one of these. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I've got just a tiny little bit of this stuff, not much, but a little, that was already cut out of this, that was just in a little drawer. So I think I want to put a little bit there, maybe with that, a little bit there with that. And then maybe a couple of these up here. Let's see. I kind of wanted to put another one there. I just felt like that one was kind of clumsy. Maybe put another one up here too. I don't know. Want to run it off the page. I'd like to redo that one, but it's down good. Maybe something like that. I don't know if I want that there. And this is all I have of this, so I don't want to put any of it back in the drawer. I want to use it all. I could put one of these little flowers on that corner. Coming from there. That may be it. I have like some of these, but I don't really know that I want to introduce them. And then that's it. That's all I've got. That's it. But I just don't think it needs anything else. I just don't think it needs anything else. I don't even know if I want those there. Okay, these are glued down. All of this is glued down. I've got to decide. I want to get to my fine tip glue. I want to decide. I really think I may just do this with these. I kind of like them up there. If I had, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do with those. Let's get a little glue on them. I'm going to do these same pictures again, except this picture will be with my son. We took pictures that day and did one with my daughter and one with my son. And then, of course, we did the full table one, and then this is us waiting outside. But we finally got to this place where there was a big, long bench. Of course, we took the whole bench. But it was our turn. I mean, everybody that, when you got to that point, that's who got to sit there. Okay, I like that. I need to decide what I'm going to do with that, if I'm going to leave it there or do something different with it. I definitely want that little flower there, but let's get these things glued down. I just had these stuck in a drawer, and when I started pulling pink stuff, there's no telling how long I've had these. I just started pulling them, and yay, I'm using them. Okay, there's that. Get a little dab of glue on that. They're sticky, but I don't trust them. And then I don't know if I'm going to leave those out there or not. It's kind of plain without it. I have one more. I could do that, and then they're all gone. I don't have to worry about them anymore. I think I'll just do that. They'll be gone. I don't like having one or two little things like that left. So I think I will. Like I said, if you blink, this one was going to be gone because the base page was just it. I could have gone with nothing but this base page. So in the description box below will be the link for the Ginger's Corner Hop, all about that base. 20 base pages in 20 days. We have the whole month of November to make layouts out of the base pages that we made. And it is an awesome hop. I know I say this every time, but it's just an awesome hop because you get to see something different every time. And the talent is just crazy. And everybody's so different. I think that's what I love about it, is everybody is just so different that you don't get bored. And you get good ideas, and I just love it. And then the link to Ginger's Corner is down there, and you can become a part of Ginger's Corner, and that is a good thing too. All right, I think this is how it's going to be. I have documented one set of Mother's Day, and whoa, I just dropped my glue. So anyway, thanks for dropping by my channel. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. I would love for you to give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel. And please watch the others that are participating in this hop because it is super fun. And thanks for dropping by. Have a blessed day and be a blessing to somebody else.